Good morning everybody, this is Michaela and welcome to my Cancer Diary. I'm coming to you today from my balcony, so you can see in the background there the beautiful bush where I live. It is winter here in South Africa at the moment, which is why we don't have a lot of greenery there. It is very dry and the sky is not super clear today, but we normally have a magnificent mountain view from up here. We live in a wildlife estate where we do have a lot of animals, giraffes, zebra, impala, all sorts of things like that. So it is an amazing place to live. We are very lucky, and our children growing up here are incredibly lucky. So today I have been tested again. I have a philosophy and something that I do live by, and that every challenge that we have is teaching us something, growing us into a better person. And sometimes maybe that sounds a little bit woo-woo to some people, but I can tell you I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm still smiling, I'm still happy, because I recognize that I have learned a tremendous amount from this journey. So today we found out that my immunotherapy that I was hoping to get this week to have before my transplant has now been delayed because the drug is not a licensed drug in South Africa. We need to get special permission to bring it in, and the license that I had has now expired. So we need to renew that license. I don't know how long that's going to take, if that is now going to even be possible to do before my transplant. So we will just see what happens there, keep positive, and whatever is supposed to happen will happen, whether it means cancelling the immunotherapy or not. At this point, I just don't know. But what it was that I really wanted to talk to you today about, which was my plan before I got the lovely call about the license, was about the stem cell transplant. What does that mean? What is that? I think the immediate association with the word transplant is operation. Now, in this situation, the transplant is not an operation. But it is one hell of a hectic procedure. There's two types of transplant. One where you can donate your own stem cells back to yourself once your body is in remission. Now, that's the type of stem cell transplant that I have had previously. About 5 years ago, I went through that. This time, it's slightly different. This time, we're not going to use my cells. Clearly there's something wrong with them, the way that cancer keeps coming back. So we are using donor stem cells this time. Now, in a nutshell, that procedure means that when I go into hospital, I will be put into an isolation ward, which means literally one or two nurses come in and maybe one or two visitors if they are super well. Yes, so it's isolation big time. I will endure then 3 days, not 3 days. Last time it was 3 days. This time it's 8 days of chemotherapy. Now, this is not chemotherapy that you would have in a chemo room and then go home afterwards. This is hardcore high-dose chemotherapy. Its aim really is to kill me off right until my last little bit of life is left in me. It kills off my immune system. So my hair will come out again, your nails fall out, even your eyesight goes blurry. You are just stripped of your immune system, your own cells. That is to get my body into a state where I'm ready to receive the new donor cells. So after 8 days of hectic chemotherapy, I will have a day of rest. Now, at this point, I'm going to be incredibly weak and incredibly vulnerable to any kind of infection, any kind of bug. It is really a difficult, challenging stage here. Then my donor cells will come over. So my donor gets harvested in Germany, and then the cells get flown over here to me. So on the 10th day of being in hospital, they will re-infuse the cells. Now at the moment in my chest here, I don't know if you can see, I have a port. It's under the skin, and that's where they put the needle in to give me my chemotherapy and immunotherapy. This time I will have a central line directly into my neck, and that is basically like through a drip. The stem cells will go in that way, my new donor cells. And then each day I gradually improve as the cells take and they multiply. There are risks more with a donor transplant than with getting my own cells back, because that fear of rejection. There's two types of rejection that could happen. It could either be that I reject the donor cells, or that the donor cells reject my body. Hopefully my body goes, yay, welcome, make this your home. And then they will just gradually, I will become those cells will become me, and I will stay in hospital until I am strong enough to leave, which will be probably another 3 weeks. So it's a month plus that I will be in isolation, just me, myself and I, with the occasional visitor. And it's tough. I have done it before. It is all about staying in control of your mind. And I know that I'm going to be weak, and I know that I'm going to struggle to eat, and I know that I'm going to go slightly insane, not having any access to the outside world really. But I view it as a month for the rest of my life. So I know that I can do it. I know that I can push through. And we just hope that I get stronger each and every day. So if you've got any questions, I have been getting questions, please pop them in the comments and I will read over them and address any questions that you might have. And thank you for coming along with for the journey. I will keep you updated. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to the channel, and then you will not miss a single update. They are going to get regular, and as ever, they are up and down like the roller coaster that this journey is. So thanks guys, have a great day.